Hey guys, I wanted to go through today's assignment with you. For those of you that have not gotten started yet, you want to go to um, today's announcement and open up the Getting Started with Spreadsheets. Okay, so always the first thing you do is go to File, make a copy, and I'm just going to put today's date, but you put your last name there. Okay, so today's 12/1. Um, you'll put your name here and then save that. Okay. And those of you that are just getting started, I'll make another video for you, but this video is for students that are doing steps 4 and 5. All right, so I have to get this out of the way. For steps 4 and 5, we go down to the bottom and pick on the tab for step 4, and it'll take you to this page. And I think we started this yesterday, but we didn't finish it all. So let's start over. And you're now ready to write your own formula. So remember that every formula starts with an equal sign, okay, like we were doing yesterday. And that, what a plus sign is addition, a minus sign is for subtraction. We use the asterisk, which is shift 8 for multiplication. And then we use the slash, which is underneath the question mark, and we use that for division, okay? So we have the plus sign, the minus sign, the asterisk for multiplication, and the slash for division. All right, so we're going to create our own formulas, and when we hit enter, what's going to happen, it's going to do the math for us. So remember, you have to always start with an equal sign. So I'm going to pick in this box here, this cell, B5, and I'm going to come up to the formula line, and I'm going to start with an equal sign. And here they give you an example to get started. It's 4 times 5 plus 9. So we're just going from left to right. And so 4 times 5 would be 20 plus 9 is 29. Let's see if it works. So we're going to put equals. Whatever's in this box is going to be equal to 4 times 5 plus 9. And make sure that you have your symbols right, your multiplication and your plus sign, okay? So now that I have that formula typed in there, I'm just going to hit enter, and it's 29. So I did it right. So now you're going to create your own formula. So let's try doing something with a minus sign. Okay, so we're going to do equal, say 12 minus 9 plus 6. Okay, I don't even know off the top of my head. I could add it or figure it out. Oh, I have an equal sign instead of the plus sign, so I made a mistake. So I'm going to fix that. So 12 minus 9 is 3 plus 6. So the answer should be 9, right? So I'm going to put my cursor at the end of the formula and hit enter. And there we go. All right. So you're going to continue writing your own formulas. You could do 6 divided by 2, enter. You could get crazy with it if you want. Let's see. We're going to put equal, say 12 plus 13 plus 15 and minus 7, okay, times 2. See what it is. Oh, so I did something wrong. So I'm going to go back and see what I did wrong. See what I did? I put equal signs instead of plus sign because I forgot to hit the shift. So you have to be careful. So if you have they come up false like mine just did, go back and check your equation. So now I have all the proper signs in. So I have equal 12 plus 13 plus 15 minus 7 times 2. Let's hit enter and see what the answer is. And there it is. Okay, so that's how you do step 4. So you're going to use this as an example to do your first one. Don't forget to hit enter once you enter the formula. And then you're going to come up with 3 formulas of your own. Now check this out. When you pick on the box, even though it's already done the math for you, you go up here and you can see what this 9 represents. It represents a formula that you created. All right. So this 3 is the result of this formula, equals 6 divided by 2. 26 is the result of this formula. Okay. Again, you don't see the number until you hit enter. See, I hit enter. It took me back to the formula. I'm going to hit enter. and it takes me back to the number. Now, you can also add cells. I could say whatever is in cell C5 plus what is ever in cell C7, and that's what we're going to do on step 5. All right, so let's go down to step 5, pick on that tab, and this is called cell referencing. Okay, so this means instead of typing in a number, we're going to type in a specific cell. So let's take a look at these cells right here. In cell B4, we have the number 6. In cell C2, we have the number 2. I mean, C4, we have the number 2. And in cell D4, we have the number 9. Okay? Let's look at these formulas. They're not actually formulas yet because they're missing something. So what are they missing? They are missing the equal sign. They can't be a formula until we make it a formula by adding the equal sign. So if I added B4 plus C4 plus D4, what do you think we'll get? Well, 6 and 2 is 8, plus 9 would be 17. So let's see if that works. So we're telling the computer to make it a formula by adding the equal sign, and we're telling the computer it's equal whatever is in B4 plus whatever number is in C4 plus whatever number is in D4. Okay? So when I hit enter, let's see if we get 17. And we do. So great. So now this one is what's in B4. So 6 plus 2 minus 9. So we're going to put an equal sign in front of it to make it a formula. Make sure we don't get rid of that B there. There we go. Okay, and enter, and we got negative 1. All right, now it's B4 plus 3 times what's in the parentheses here. So C4 minus D4 would be a negative number, so it's 3 times that plus what's in there. So you kind of have to understand the order of operations. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. The order of operations, I'm sure you've learned that in math class. But you know what? Even if you don't know it, the computer knows it. All we have to do is put an equal sign in front of it and hit enter. Watch. And we have negative 15 is the correct answer. Look at this one. And I'm going to make this a little bigger. Okay, this one is B4, this number 6, minus or divided by C4 plus the total of D4 and B4 divided by the number in B4. So this is getting more complicated, but we don't care because we're going to make the computer do the work. Watch. Add the equal to make it a formula, hit enter, and there it is. Did the math for you. Okay? Now, what happens if we change these numbers? What if I change this to a 10? And if you remember, it was B4 plus C4 plus D4, right? That's how we got 17. But if I change this to a 10, let's see, this formula is saying equal whatever in here. So watch what happens when I change this to a 10. If it was 10 plus 2, that would be 12, plus 9 would be 21. So if I change this number to a 10, now I'm not putting an equal sign in front of it because this is not a formula. This is just a plain number in this cell. I'm going to change that to a 10. Watch what happens in the yellow box when I hit enter. See how it changed it? Not only did it change this one, but it changed the others. So I'm going to go back and you're going to watch again what happens. When I change this number to a 10, and this is in B4, any of these formulas that have B4 in the formula, which they all do, are going to change because this number is no longer 6. It's now 10. Again, watch the yellow boxes once I hit enter. Changing that to a 10. All the numbers change because it's just saying that whatever is in B4, I could change it to 100. Watch. See how the numbers change? So these formulas are saying whatever number is in here plus whatever number is in here, like I could change that to 20, and I could change this to 900, okay? So again, it's just referencing each cell. So we actually created formulas, and I'm going backwards now. We actually created formulas. Oops, I went back too far. Right here by adding the equal sign, put it in the equal sign in front of it, and then it's referencing this cell. So we're talking B4 plus C4 plus D4, or B4 plus C4 minus D4, okay? So each one of these has an address, each cell, and we're referencing each cell in our formula. So I hope that makes sense. Have some fun with it and play around with it. And that's all we're doing today, okay? Steps 4 and 5. Now, if you haven't done steps 3, 2, and 1, stick around and I'm going to go over those, okay? So if you already did those, don't worry about it. You're in good shape, okay? So I'm going back to, so you guys, if you're done 1 through 5, you can stop at this point. You can stop the video. Those of you that want to continue, I'm going to go through it right now. Okay, so I'm trying to get this out of the way. I'm trying to get back to this other tab here. All right. So you already, on the first tab, I don't have to go through that. It told you to type in your name and your email address, and my name and email address is already in there for you. Okay, so make sure that you went to File and make a copy. Then step 2, each one of these boxes is a cell. Okay, so for example, what is the address of this cell? It would be C6. Okay, because it's column C, row 6. This one is B12. Ah, excellent, I got for that one. This one is E, and it's easy to tell because they're highlighted, E13. Okay, and this one is I6. It's like playing Battleship. Okay, and we're going to scroll down. There's a couple more. We have H18 and also A21. All right, so I did an excellent job. I'm so proud of myself. Step 3, let's pick on the tab down here. This is where we started formulas in the beginning. All right, so again, these spreadsheets are like mini calculators. So all we have to do here is pick on each formula and put an equal sign in front of it. Hit enter, and it does the math. 4 times 5 plus 1 is 21. Let's see if that's true. Put an equal sign in front of it. Hit enter. Go up, put an equal sign. Again, see how I'm always working up on the command line up here? It's easier to edit what you're doing or to delete, and enter. Okay, so step 1 was just putting your name and email address in. Okay, step 2, we were identifying each of the cell addresses. Okay, what column it is and what row it is. So each cell has an address, and that's what E13, I6, all that means. Step 3, we put the equal sign in front of the formula and let the computer do the work when we hit enter. Step 4, today's project, was to create formulas, and step 5, we were referencing cells. So instead of typing in numbers, we're typing in specific cells. Now the cell has to have something in it. Like if I said B5, watch what would happen here. I could make that a formula. It'll only add these two because there is no number in B5. Okay, so that's it. Hope you guys have a great day. I'll be around. You can email me if you have any questions. I hope this video helps. All right, see you tomorrow.